real life, in a real life. No used to say me not reach nowhere, but still me a survive. Well, the struggles of a face, man, I have to give thanks in a real life, in a real life. Pray me a pray and I go and hold my faith in a real life, real life. Struggles of a face, man, I have to give thanks in a real life, in a real life. No used to say me not reach nowhere. Words of encouragement. We all were born to live, so don't live because you were born. Real life.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Voice of the Man, Bongo Prime, representing for Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are back with you for another day, for another week here on our Activated Mornings program on WEFM. In studio, you have Dianna, Cain, and myself, Roleza, Samuel. And as usual, we are your hosts between 6 and 10. All right, we are your hosts. Emphasize the S on a Monday to a Friday. All right, so hope that everybody had a good weekend. Teachers, guess who's back out today? Listen, we had a rub it in, right? Because y'all get so excited when it's time for them that July, August vacation break, right? But no, y'all are back, right? At least just for the week for professional development, all right? So, yeah. Welcome back to the working world, folks. We're rubbing it in. We're rubbing it in. Yep. All right, Dianna, good morning to you.
Up for the morning release.
Listen to you, eh? Know that you are out of it. You're saying this.
Yeah. So it does go. Teachers, I'm only playing with you, man. I'm really happy when you get your vacation. You deserve to have all the vacations that you get. All right. All the best as you go back. Well, I mean, this week, probably not the rough week. The rough week could be week after next week. Yeah. So all the best in advance. Good morning to everybody.
Go ahead. Okay. Go on.
Yeah.
All right. No, did you find that you were bored during that break, that long break?
Sometimes, but I was just bored because I wasn't finding things to do.
Okay.
Or I just didn't feel like doing it.
It's interesting because when I was teaching that, I didn't mind Christmas and I didn't mind Easter. But, you look forward to something and then when it happens, like I could have only done with like a two weeks break. Like afterwards, I just did not know what to do with myself. I was actually bored. Not necessarily that I wanted to go back in the classroom, but I found myself bored. And I guess because maybe like you, I didn't find enough things to do. Like really and truly what was there that I could have done, just for that short space of time. But yeah, I used to be bored. So I wonder if how many teachers out there experience the same thing. Somebody must be saying, yes, all you hush all about. Right? Somebody out there telling me to hush up, but yeah. All righty, so we are going to get into a few things this morning. First up to note that our political conversation series continues, and this morning we will be interviewing Honorable Orlando Brewster. He is a Minister of Housing, Informal Settlements, and Youth and Sports. And he is also the Central Leeward area representative, all right? So we will be continuing our political conversation series with him this morning in the What We Want to Know session, all right? And of course, we will be joined by Doc this morning. And just to give you the heads up, tomorrow as well at 8:10, roughly around the same time, we will be joined by Laverne Velox, all right? So she is the candidate for East St. George. So she will be in studio tomorrow for again, the same political conversation series, we will be interviewing her then. Okay. All right. So before I get into the meat of the weekend roundup in terms of things that happened on the weekend, just to note that came across a post this morning on Asbot News Network, and it says that a child is missing. So 5-year-old Cain Thomas, who is autistic, was reported missing from his home in Chauncey. Police have been notified, and we are urgently seeking the public's assistance in locating him. If you see Cain, please call his parents immediately. The number is 454-1049 or 495-7195, or take him to the nearest police station. Your help could make a difference. All right. So for those of you who are able to go to Asbot News Network's page, a picture of the child who is missing, Cain Thomas. He's only 5 years old. He's also autistic. So please go to that page so that you can get a view or an image of what he looks like. So if you happen to see him, call his parents. The number is listed there, or take him to the nearest police station. All right. So just something to note there, especially I suppose for persons within the South Leeward communities, Chauncey, Kittels, Lower and Top Kittels, etc. Just be on the lookout for him in case. All right. So just something to note there. All righty. So it's one of those weekends where, it started off with not the greatest of news. On Friday night, a very popular DJ, at the time he was employed by Boom FM, DJ Swagger, was shot dead near the radio station. I'm reading this particular article from Eyewitness News, not in full, but just a note. So Boom FM's DJ Swagger was shot and killed while hanging out with people near the radio station in Paul's Avenue around midnight on Friday. The DJ, whose real name is Gasroy Ferguson, died at the scene, while another man was injured when unidentified assailants opened fire after exiting a vehicle. A reliable source said that Ferguson appeared to have been shot multiple times in the head, while the injured man, whose identity Eyewitness News was yet to verify, was taken to the hospital with gunshot injuries to the arm and the back. Eyewitness News understands that another Boom employee who was inside the radio station was among the first to find his dying colleague in the street. All right. The employee had passed people hanging out in the area when they entered the station on Friday night, but had not known that his colleague was among them. So this is information that many of us woke up to on Saturday morning, to see that another person has fallen victim to gun-related violence. It could only be speculated at this point that this was targeted, and I suppose the question that many persons have on their minds is what could have possibly caused this. Many persons who are familiar with Swagger, they voice that this is one of those situations where they can't understand in terms of linking his personality to him being met with this type of violence. I didn't know him personally, but he is one of those DJs that I really rated, right? Like one of those DJs that I really rated, and I looked forward to hearing his sets. And, it's like, how much more can we talk about this? How many more persons do we have to come and, express condolences? Well, first off, express condolences to his family, his friends, of course, to his co-workers, and everyone who may have come across him. So we're extending condolences to them. But how many times are we going to be expressing condolences in a situation such as this, right? Something that seemed to just come out of nowhere. The fact that it happened in front of his place of employment, a Friday night where persons just want to be there hanging out and all of that. It's like, it would be interesting to know what caused this. Not to say that there is a justification, but...
It seems that these days we're having a lot of these situations, lots of these killings where you can't really figure out what could possibly cause what could possibly cause something like that? Because a lot of times you're seeing people are getting killed and they have no history of being involved in certain things. So it seems that you just never know what it is these days. I heard some persons even talking, say they're even afraid to mash somebody now.
That's exactly
because
what I
it's like
thought.
everybody had gone. You might mash somebody back in
Yeah.
the day. They might just give a hard look. No, boy, you might get a
And that's my whole thing is like, and a friend of mine made a post on social media and she was saying that, whenever it is that you come across incidents with individuals, maybe just let somebody know in the event that you fall victim to something that maybe the police has a starting point where they can work in terms of you having animosity or somebody having animosity towards you. But my thing is that you might not always know because you and I could have a disagreement and I walk away thinking that we good, matter done, it's settled, no kind of beef, no kind of tension, but I may not know what's lingering in your mind. And that is, to me, is what is the challenge there, because we just never know what could be the triggers or what people keep in their craw, so I don't know.
And it's now becoming so normalized to react violently for any situation. So we have to be on our P's and our Q's.
But I don't know. But I won't always know what P's and Q's to be on. That is the challenge. I won't always
be
know.
on A to Z.
So it's almost like I have to say
The whole alphabet.
but you can walk around telling people sorry. So
You can hear me. You can hear me.
All right,
Nicole
Nicole.
just speaking. She just joined
Are
us.
you
But I'm
hearing me?
not hearing.
Yeah, we're not hearing you, Nicole.
Oh, we gotta figure this out.
And she's unmuted.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on.
we're not
Same
hearing.
hearing Nicole.
All right, so while we get that sorted out,
yeah.
okay. All right, so in other news, over the weekend, let's maybe end with some good news.
Handal's victory. So Handal Roban took part in the NACAC Championships, which was held in the Bahamas. No, he's not the only Vincentian that took part. We had our Shafika Maloney, of course, Brandon Paris, and other athletes. But why Handal is being highlighted this morning is because Handal not only came out first and won gold, but he broke a record. So he has set a new NACAC. To get the thing for that, right? But he set a new NACAC record and automatically a new Vinci record in track and field. So big up Handal this morning. Handal, big up your whole self. Shafika also placed second, so she got silver in the games as well. Big up all the Vincentians that went out there and represented. No hard feelings, Nicole.
All right, Nicole.
Well, you know what? Nicole has Vinci roots, so yeah.
All right, so Nicole, we're still not able to hear you.
You hearing me?
No.
Yeah.
I wonder if persons on the live are hearing her. Could you, somebody on the live, could you indicate whether or not you are hearing? I'm not sure if it's an in-studio thing on our part. So just let us know. All right. All right. So, Mr. Joseph, could you let us know if you're actually hearing Nicole? Nicole, could you probably just say something else again?
Hello. Greetings, everyone. Good morning.
All right. So let's see. All right. Let's see if we get a response. All righty. So, another unfortunate incident. I know we said end, but another situation. Well, you know what? Let's touch on VINLEC. So I noticed VINLEC got a good bit of beating. Okay, so the persons on the live are hearing Nicole, but we are not. So which means I think we have to sort out something underneath there. Lord. Okay, so we figured that out for the next segment. I noticed that VINLEC got a little bit of a beating yesterday. Interestingly, I did not even realize that electricity. Well, I noticed that electricity went because the microwave time came off. So when the time comes off, the only way I would know current goes. But I noticed that I had it for most of the day, but I noticed like when I went back on social media in the afternoon, a lot of persons were blasting them, right? Because it seems like their current kept going. And it's kind of funny because like I had to, no, not funny that people were out electricity, but funny that you remember last year, that I think might have been 3 consecutive Sundays where electricity kept going. You remember that? You don't remember? Yeah, it had happened to the point where we were like So should we be expecting electricity to go today? But yeah, it was just one of those things. So if Beryl has taught us anything, is that we need to have backup stuff. All right, people, you need to have maybe portable fans. You need to have some sort of rechargeable light or whatever. Have some backup supplies. If Beryl taught us nothing else, is to have some backup stuff. All right. So while it is that VINLEC is going to have to, well, I heard Von Lewis yesterday on the Issue at Hand program. But I don't think that exactly what it is that went wrong was specifically identified. I'm not sure if I misinterpreted what he said. But yeah, just and please note that VINLEC will not deliberately take the electricity. Just something to note out there, folks. All right. So we're going to head on out as it's time for us to bring to you today's traffic talk.